Today's video is going to be about just some thoughts on building a foundation in the fitness training world. I get many questions about mentorships. That is still a surprise to me because I've only been in the industry for about going on 8 years. So I'm just going to roll down a few questions and answer those questions. So there are 4 questions I'm going to answer. First question is, what are the do's and don'ts? All right, so the do's, I'll start with the good, is definitely make sure you look the part. If you're going to be a personal trainer, you want to make sure you look like you can personal train yourself. Look like you've been putting in the work that you are telling your clients or people that inquire for your services to do. So you want to make sure you're eating well, you're working out consistently, you're staying hydrated, you're getting sleep. You want to make sure you take care of your body. The same things you want your clients to do. Another thing you should do is reach out to a mentor like I did. I had a few mentors. I actually trained under 2 guys, like just to work out. I trained when I did a competition. I hired a trainer. I had 2 different trainers during that time. Also, you want to find someone who's doing what you want to do. So there's a couple of guys in the area where I'm from. I live in Maryland. I reached out to them like, hey guys, I met them through mutual friends and said, hey, I would just like to pick your brain and get some information on some things I can do. Can I run these things by you? So definitely want to do mentorships. Another thing you want to do is make sure you are true to your word. So if you set an appointment with your client, make sure you communicate well with your client. So your client should never come to your session and you're not there unless there's a major emergency. Your client should hear back from you in a timely manner. So if someone reaches out to you, be responsive. Don't think, oh, it's cool, maybe I should just not respond fast even though I just seen the message. No, be responsive. You're trying to build a brand, you're trying to build a business. You're never too cool to help someone. So never think, I'll just wait till later to make it seem like I'm busy. No, that's not how it works. We all need to value our time, and if you see a message and you have the time to respond to people, definitely do that. People like people who respond in a timely manner. Another thing you can do for the do's in personal training is make sure you're studying, keeping up to date with certain nutrition, if nutrition is part of your background, with certain exercises when it comes to personal training. And that's it for the do's for now, for this video purposes. The don'ts. So these are the things you shouldn't do. You should not come into a training session and super late. You don't want to be super late for a session. Your client's here before you. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to start relationships with your client, meaning like intimate relationships, female or male. You don't want to do that. You want to build a reputation of having being the trainer who sleeps around with his clients. Another thing you don't want to do is when people pay you your money, you don't give them what they paid for. So you never want for people to pay you and you don't follow through on what they paid you for. So make sure that you are credible. Another thing is stay true to what you said you're going to provide to the client. So if you say you're going to give them a meal plan, a nutrition plan, a workout plan, make sure you give that to them. If you can't get it to them in the time that you say you're going to give it to them, let them know. Always communicate. Communication is huge when it comes to personal training. Another don't is don't come to your training session smelling like you just ran a marathon. So you want to make sure you're clean. Take a shower. Don't come in looking dirty. You want to come in looking, presentable, clean. Don't come in there looking dirty like you just rolled out of bed. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to come in to be motivated by a trainer and then they see you and you look like you just rolled out of bed. So that's a don't. Another question was the best practices concerning business. I feel like I just touched on that with the do's and don'ts. But when it comes to structuring a business, you want to make sure that you have the clientele if you're going to go open up your own gym or studio. You want to make sure that this is something you really want to do, because it takes a lot of commitment when it comes to personal training. You have to find time, not just for your clients, but you have to find time for yourself. it can be really demanding if the demand is high for your services. So for example, you got to make sure you set up days and times where you work out that rotate around your schedule, your training schedule for your clients. So never neglect your self-care. That's huge for me, and I learned that the hard way. So you want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Like today. Today's a Thursday. I don't train on Thursdays because I can do things like this. I can go run some extra errands, do some more administrative stuff, things of that nature that help me grow the business forward. Because if you're always in your business physically training everybody, you can't grow your business the way you want. Another thing is you want to make sure you want to make sure if you're going to hire trainers, make sure they really want it. Make sure they're on the same page as you. Just don't hire people just to hire people, because it can end in a bad situation where you have people stealing your clients, or you have people committing to clients that you give them and then they don't show up. You could have people that's always late for the clients that you put them with, things of that nature. So make sure you're doing a thorough research and background check on the people that you bring into your business. Another business practice that I like to do is I like to make sure that I have a consistent system on when I schedule sessions. So like every Saturday or Sunday, I make sure I schedule all my appointments. I follow the clients who I didn't hear back from. Just want to make sure you're always on top of your clients, because they expect a lot from you, and you should expect things from them as well. So never think it's a one-sided street. So like I said before, communication is key. Another question I was asked was resources, tools, guides to educate yourself in the fitness training industry. So a great resource, in my opinion, is any accredited personal training certification. So like NCSF is which I'm certified through. You have NASM, you have ACE, all these accreditations, accredited personal training programs and certifications. Those are great to get a foundational knowledge, but the best knowledge is hands-on and taking action and learning through hands-on experience. But you also want the book knowledge as well to complete your whole foundation of information when it comes to providing a service to people who want to lose weight, gain muscle, and be healthier. Another thing, you could Google different types of books or different personal training styles or different type of fitness classes or systems. There's so much on the internet. I also have a book out right now for beginners. It's called Action, Sport, and Fitness, A Guide to a Healthier Lifestyle by Marvin Britt. You can find it on Amazon.com. That's a great book for beginners. So even personal trainers who are just coming into the business and are not savvy on training people, who training people that aren't used to training, like deconditioned people. My book is great to get those people acclimated to working out now. So my book has 3-4 week phases where it's very progressive. It starts people with body weight, then the second phase is resistant bands, and the last phase is using dumbbells and free weights. So that's a great way to start anybody who's a novice coming through your door wanting to change their lifestyle. Another question was opportunities to shadow. Now that goes back to in the beginning when I said find a mentor. So you want to find a mentor. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing a video hoping I shed some knowledge on how to get started. So maybe this can be like part of your mentorship, anybody who's looking for mentorship. And those are pretty much the questions that I was asked for today. So hope those answers help. Let me know, comment what you found useful, what helped you. Comment any other questions you may have that I did not address. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. And remember, you see the sign, nothing gets done without action.